So the COVID situation has been tremendously challenging for SES as a company. We've been through a tough cost reduction program. We have said goodbye to more than 40% of our colleagues. And in the digital development department, we're now fewer than half the people we were before. A general problem you will often see in large organizations is that we try to do too much at the same time. On the enterprise level, work in progress on enterprise level is too high. And we tend to kick off new initiatives and focus a lot on that instead of focusing on finishing what's already in progress. During a crisis, I often see the pattern that this change. Suddenly we will have a strong focus. Suddenly we will have the same priority, the same goals, and everyone working close together and to collaborate to just try to bring the best customer value every day. And really what we have seen is that despite being a lot fewer, we actually deliver more. With a focus, we can deliver more to our customers. Our approach to the transformation, we have grouped in a number of different shifts because there's so many different perspectives of transformation, from technology, skill, competence, and people, to leadership, values, and culture. So ownership for us means bringing home and having an in-house development of your business critical applications, your differentiators. So this means having the domain knowledge and really working close with your business colleagues and really close with your customer. And teams for us means long-term, stable, kick-ass teams. A kick-ass team is a high-performing team, plus also some extras. So we want to have proud teams owning their product, including the tech stack and the process for the product. And then we have, from project to product, another super important shift. And here we came from a 100% project-oriented development setup with a PMO controlling and steering the investments. And this is now almost completely moved to product teams, which means moving the decision-making from steering committees to teams and stakeholders. We don't have a PMO at all anymore. And this is a very important shift. How we work in the teams, how we work with our deployment, making sure that it's super easy for each developer to ship their code. Everything should be automated. We used to have a slogan for a long time called "Automate the mundane," to really encourage every day to automate whatever can be automated. Leadership area, I choose to name it From Control to Trust. And this is a lot about how decision making is done to really move responsibility closer to teams. It's also moving away from governance, structural focus, contracts, SLAs and processes to accountability, to collaboration, working together with customer value top of mind. So then we come from handovers to autonomy, and handovers is in Lean, handovers are a waste. And I think in DevOps, in Agile, you really try to identify handovers and remove them. And just by forming teams, you will get rid of a lot of the handovers. But this is something we continue to do. We want the teams to have all the skills, all the competencies people needed for the full end-to-end development.
Yeah, engineering culture to me is about focusing on code. We want to increase the awareness of code among all of our developers, making sure that they understand code is value. Every line of code that you write, you put it into production, and that becomes a feature, that becomes value to SAS's customers. So we wanted to increase the level of knowledge, the level of precision, the level of everything about code. So we want the developers to level up. So we said, if we give it a different name, instead of being a developer, you're an engineer. And start talking about code more often, start talking about quality, start talking about how to refactor code, how to create better code. Martin Fowler's refactoring or clean code, for example. Talking about code, just getting code all the time. That's really important for a development department, engineering department. And then we talk about how do we share our ideas, how do we work together to verify our code together. Pair programming is one way where we sit together and can write code, 2 pairs of eyes looking at something. Or mob programming, where even more than 2 people, 3, 4 people together, working together for a single task and producing good results. So that's what we've tried to do with digital engineering. Ship it. That's probably one of my favorite expressions. I actually learned it from a previous developer I worked with at another fun project. To me, it means a lot of things. Maybe a couple of the most important is that ship it. When I say that, it means first you have to have a pipeline in place to be able to ship it. Ship it means put it into production as fast as possible. Because to do that, you need to have everything in place to get it into production as fast as possible. You have to have a pipeline that automatically runs all the tests and verifies all security requirements, et cetera, et cetera. So a lot of automation in place. And then it needs to put it into the server and restart the server, whatever needs to be done to actually get the code running in production. So when you say ship it, that means you have to have this in place. So that's one aspect of it. And the other aspect of ship it is make small incremental changes to your existing product. For example, okay, you're going to change the color of something, tiny thing, ship it, put it into production, test it, see how it works, measure the results, and then make another change. So ship it isn't about putting out a minimal viable product that's crap for somebody. It's about, for me, at least when I mention it here, incrementally changing something as quick as possible to test it. Ship it, just ship it.
A tech stack boils down to named technologies and libraries and frameworks, for example. But I think the definition of a modern tech stack is more about being mostly, or most importantly, developer friendly. Your tech stack should provide your teams with the best tools for them to build and maintain their product. Looking at this simplified version of our current and future architecture, to the left we see the current monolith serving all of our content pages as is today. To the right we see the future microservice architecture that consists of of many micro frontends, and these micro frontends are owned. A set of micro frontends can be owned by individual teams, and we have a central part of our tech stack that we want all teams to use, but we also encourage teams to choose the best suited, for example, framework for their application's purpose. As long as they can motivate that decision, we strongly encourage it. Contentful is an API-centric CMS platform, and this API part is super crucial for us because we need to be able to script and automate our entire export and import process, and also script all of our creation of, for example, contentful models. This is really important. So a powerful but yet easy to use API, that's really important for us. And Contentful provides that. A traditional single stack platform. I have worked with many of these during my 20 years in development. They are often tightly coupled with parts glued together, and it's often hard to scale, and performance is quite bad, to be honest.
I think we can add another shift here, and it's the one moving away from vendor to partner, at least in business critical areas. Because I'm not interested in just buying a license, a service, or an amount of hours from a specific developer. I like to work with partners that can also add something more, that can help us develop our solutions, that can challenge our ways of working. And hopefully we can also be a partner back. And this is something I see in both Contentful and Valtech.
It's really exciting to work at SAS, to be a consultant from Valtech and be a part of this fantastic journey of transformation, evolution in the web department, and being able to affect that directly by coaching teams, working directly with teams, writing code myself, putting it in production, writing pipelines. It's been a really fun time, and I'm really happy and honored to be a part of this.